the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
With having his first contact basically since spring practice, that's a big question mark going, and that's why you would hope that potentially he could get some knock the rust off reps, this Saturday. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll just have to see.
We'll see. If you had to get inside the mind of Josh Heupel, what would you guess, based on how well you know him through 3 years here, that he has been seething the most about this week? What would you guess it is?
Just the self-inflicted mistakes. Just the jumping off sides. The lack of communication up front. Not communicating some of the blocking stuff they need. Joe not communicating some stuff properly, probably. I mean, I think that's the thing that eats at him, because I think, and most play callers feel this way. If you, through the years of the play callers you talk to, the answer is, well, we had guys open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my stuff works. They were open. We couldn't protect long enough to get it, or they didn't deliver it, or they threw it the wrong place, or whatever. I don't think Joe's thrown it to the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
I think the receivers are getting better. I think it's just they're not playing well enough around Joe. And that includes tight ends and running backs and pass protection. They didn't play well enough around Joe at Florida for Tennessee to be effective enough on offense. You go back to the interception. Joe shouldn't have thrown that ball. You eat that ball and take the sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a bad decision. Ramel Keaton is on an over route, and he's running to Jacksonville. I mean, he's got multiple steps. I don't know if Joe would have hit him. I get all those things that fans want to say, but you didn't give that play a chance, because not just that you were physically manhandled, but pre-snap you had guys looking around when the ball snapped because your communication was off. You were out of sorts, because you had to be out of sorts. Your right tackle got beat. Your right guard got beat, your left guard got beat, and your running back went into the wrong hole for pass protection and didn't block anybody. Somebody messed up, right? And I think that's the thing that eats at Josh Heupel the most right now, is you're not giving yourself a chance because of some of the mistakes, the self-inflicted wounds, if you will, shoot yourself in the foot, whatever cliche saying you want to use, that's preventing you from performing at your best.
On the defensive side, though, Tim Banks, we don't hear from as much. I feel like fans aren't as attuned to what Tim Banks' personality or style is. Based on what you know about him and about what he looks for in his defense, what do you think he's been seething about the most from what Tennessee did last weekend?
Third down. Lack of execution on third down. They've talked all off season about being a better third and long team. I think they fundamentally played a couple of those third and longs wrong. You didn't sink enough with a defensive back on one of the hole shots. You bought a pump fake from a non-mobile quarterback, 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. I don't think they were great at the edge position at times with some of the rush lanes and some of their containment stuff. So third down's what's eating at him, because, hey, that's an interesting game if you get off the field on that second Florida drive. They missed a field goal. You score a touchdown. If you get a stop there, and I think you had a 3rd and 12 to get off the field or something like that. That Florida was in a long yardage situation, maybe the 3rd and 7, and you didn't get off the field. If you get off the field there and you jump on them and they can't catch their breath yet, I promise you that crowd, the feeling in that crowd and on the streets going into the game was they didn't have a whole lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Now, about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, they were hair on fire. Hey, we go win this thing type deal. You get an early stop or two, you get a chance to jump on them a little bit. Boy, that's a real easy place to communicate. But Tennessee couldn't get that done because defensively they didn't get off the field on third down. Tackling would be his second thing that drives him. That would be driving him crazy. But they didn't get off the field on third down enough.
This is something that I've always been like. You're a football encyclopedia, Brent, and I trust your judgment more than the average Vol fan here when I ask this question. And I'm not going to pretend to have a strong answer here, but I'm always curious with stuff like this. So if you could explain the tempo issues this year for Tennessee fans, for like the average fans in layman's terms here. And then the second part of this, why does Cooper matter so much to Tennessee's tempo, and why did he execute it so well last year?
I think Cooper executed it. It's a great question, by the way. I think, and I don't have the answer. Here's my theory, right? I think Cooper executed it so well because he was so quick at getting everyone set and identifying and making a call as very, 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 very quickly. Okay.